as part of FIST, Joseph, I want you to take a greater role in the QAC training with FIST clients and FIST students. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I want to set up make sure we have a exam platform and a training platform for the QAC clients, right? Students who want to be certified. And in that platform, I want to have a series of videos in the training platform. And then each video has a Q&A as part of the survey. So there might be one complete survey, like Informed Site, as the exam, which I think there is for the elites. But all these videos that I'm making, we'll name them, we'll give them a name, QAC advanced Ray with a student, or Ray speaking to about this, or Ray talking about that, whatever the training is. And then in the form site survey, there will be a section of the survey that relates exactly to that video. And it will have 10 questions, multiple choice. Yes, no, or it might be a worded answer, whatever. But multiple choice is better if possible because it just makes it easier for us to assess them if it's multiple choice. Um, the multiple choice just needs to be complicated because yes, no answers, multiple choices can be quite easy to kind of skip to an exam. So in doing that, then I want you to look at the videos that I make. Make sure that you
Hmm.
speak to Christy or whoever. Christy's gone next Monday. It's going to have to be Shane until we find a replacement manager. And then going in, embedding the video and adding the questions to the test survey and understanding as well, being part of that, Joseph, so you can understand what is a FIST QAC student actually doing, not coming to you going, hey, Joseph, I'm a FIST QAC, and you don't know much about it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So, for instance, in this example, right, we already have that recent video or that recording that you've sent through. I've actually requested for Linda to upload that in the advanced training section under the resources section for QAC. So that's all good. So I just came up with 5 questions because I want to, have a better
Yep.
understanding why the 10 questions, why is it
Okay, got it.
okay?
Give me those last two questions. So you've established the questions now from the video, just for the purpose of this recording. Give me those questions, Joseph, again.
Right. Why is it important to not allow the client to go on and make excuses during the session?
Got it. Now, I'm okay with that idea of putting that question in rather than giving it a multiple choice, because the multiple choice is too easy. Is it,
Okay.
the multiple choice version of that would be, is it important to stop the client or let them go on? It's important to stop the client. Easy answer. The way that you're doing it is going to make it more complicated for them to answer, which is good because it's a complicated process. So once you establish the question, Joseph, and you bring the question to me, and you and I agree that that's going to be the question, like we're doing now, you'll embed that question into the exam. But you need to keep a separate file now, which you need to work out with Christy over the coming days, of the answers to all the questions. So that whenever we assign the exam assessment to somebody to assess the exams, we've also kept a list of the answers for the assessor to have access to so they can say, yep, that question was right or wrong.
Okay.
Have you got that?
Yep.
Great. Context of Tammy's recording then and the training is
Hmm.
QAC advanced training dealing with childhood abandonment and affairs.
Right.
Like that. It's about establishing questions from the session. Um, yeah. So an example of that would be a question there would be, where else could Ray have taken the session with that client? That's a question. Where else could I have gone? See what the student comes back with. I like that question actually. Leave that as just an open question. Actually, we'll do that with all of them. Where else could Ray have taken the process with the client? Where would you have liked to see it going? And then in brackets, it can't be you know, I was happy with where Ray took it. No, we want you to go further and deeper. It should also be, Joseph, that yes, you're sending out these recordings to them under their FIST banner so that they're reporting back to you with that end of things. But from
Yep.
an assessment, a QAC assessment, you won't be doing the assessments.
Yeah.
You just be making sure that they're getting through what they need to get through and they've got all the resources that they need.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So, Joseph, now you were telling me your involvement. So go from the start again, all the way down. Go ahead.
Right. So I'm going to be moving forward, sending over the QAC webinar recording to all the students. Once that's done, I'm also going to be tasking Lindy to upload the recording of the training into their advanced training under the QAC course. And then at the same time, I'll play a part in terms of listening, watching the video, and we will have a discussion about a specific focus wherein I'll be coming up with a number of questions, at least 10 questions for the topic that each QAC student should be able to answer, at least come up with an answer for, right? And this way, I mean, on my end, I increase my understanding of the QAC process. And then from their end, they learn a lot more and they just really get deeper into the understanding of how important it is to take clients to whichever direction they would need to be taken from. So that's going to be my additional participation for QAC. But I'm not going to be involved with the assessment whatsoever. Okay. You
All right,
know,
now let me record the answer. Sorry, Joseph. I don't think I'm understanding your question. So I'll answer what I think you said, right? Once you drop this last video here into their training and we establish the questions, and then we take the last two or three videos that I've sent to Christy and we establish them questions for those last two or three videos. And we drop all of that into the training portal, into the exam portal now. That's it. That's their whole exam is in there now. It's done. They have to answer they have to pass the whole thing. Moving
okay.
forward, so from that exam, once they pass, they pass. They're in, they're done. They're done. Right. Now, once we do additional training videos, we will add it into their portals, but they won't have to answer questions for future training videos. They might have to, but it won't form part of their certification. So
Okay.
once they pass the current exam based on the new videos, they own the qualification. But we might encourage them later to, hey, here's the new video. We want you to go in and answer those questions just to keep up to speed. But it's not going to affect their licensing, their qualification.
Right.
Does that answer the question, Joseph?
Yeah, it does. It
Okay,
does.
okay. So once you're established all the questions, Joseph, just arrange a meeting with me like this here on Zoom, and then we can tidy it all up on Zoom like this. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.